Hi, this is Andy Katz, host of March Madness 365, presented by Grammarly. This week on the podcast, listen as we break down the latest AP poll and give you insights on my updated Power 36. Listen to March Madness 365 with Andy Katz, presented by Grammarly, wherever you get your podcasts. Grammarly is a secure AI writing partner that gives your team an instant first draft in a few clicks, not a few hours. Companies that use Grammarly save an average of 19 days per employee per year. Grammarly works seamlessly across 500,000 apps and websites. Get personalized, on-brand writing help everywhere your team works. Learn what better writing can do for your company at Grammarly.com. Grammarly. Easier said, done.
This episode is brought to you by Jinx, the superfood-powered dog kibble everyone's been talking about. See the results for yourself and try their 1-month transformation. Within the first few weeks, you'll see how Jinx can help with your dog's energy, mood, and even digestion. And it's all thanks to the high-quality ingredients they use, like organic chicken, Atlantic salmon, and grass-fed beef. Try the 1-month transformation today. Find Jinx in your local Walmart.
How did you two know each other?
We're neighbors.
Okay, and were you good friends?
Yes, we actually went to Dominican Republic that next morning together.
After the attack on the Shih Tzu?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the plaintiff, Angel Guzman. He says the defendant kidnapped his adorable little Shih Tzu, Maxie, a dog he just spent over $2,000 on at the vet, and she won't give him back. She has no right keeping his dog from him, is refusing to return him or even bring him to court, and that's why he's suing her for $3,000, the amount he spent at the vet, and for 13 months of grooming costs. This is the defendant, Damaris Damien. She says the plaintiff's pit bull attacked poor little Maxie, and the plaintiff begged her to take the dog once he was healed so the pit bull couldn't attack him again. She even added Maxie onto her pet insurance and cares for him better than the plaintiff ever did. Bottom line, the plaintiff gave her the dog. He's just mad she has a girlfriend now, is jealous, and that's the only reason he's suing. She's accused of being a dog napper.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Angel Guzman?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Damaris Damien?
Yes, ma'am.
For $3,000 in vet bills and grooming fees for a dog that she was holding for you and she refuses to return.
Yes.
Tell me what happened here.
May of 2014, my pit bull actually attacked my Shih Tzu.
Okay.
Over his girlfriend.
Over what?
The pit bull's girlfriend.
Meaning what?
Meaning he had puppies with another dog.
Right, and then what happened with the Shih Tzu?
The Shih Tzu went to go smell the other dog, and
Okay.
my pit bull got jealous and
Okay, well, I don't know if you really call it jealousy. It might be more protective or whatever, but I don't think it's that sophisticated because they're dogs. But so it attacked this Shih Tzu, and what happened to the Shih Tzu as a result?
Broke his jaw on the left side. Had to get surgery, emergency surgery.
Okay.
That night.
Okay. Who paid for the surgery?
I did.
All right. How much was the surgery?
The surgery was about $2,600.
Okay. And then what happened?
Me and Damien Damaris went to...
How did you two know each other?
We're neighbors.
Okay. And were you good friends?
Yes, we actually went to Dominican Republic that next morning together.
After the attack on the Shih Tzu?
Yes.
Okay. Just friends?
Just friends.
Okay. Who took care of the Shih Tzu while you guys were in the Dominican Republic?
Her girlfriend.
Okay. And what happens after you return from the Dominican Republic?
I had puppies.
Well, you didn't have puppies.
Well,
so there were puppies there beforehand, right?
No.
When the attack happened, there weren't puppies?
She was pregnant. at the
when
time.
the attack happened, there weren't puppies?
No, the mother of the pit bull mother was actually pregnant at the time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So where's the Shih Tzu day one that you come home from the Dominican Republic? Day one.
With her girlfriend.
Okay. So after the attack, the Shih Tzu doesn't go back to your house?
No, I had.
All right. So now, does her girlfriend live with her?
At this moment now, yes.
But not then?
No.
So the dog was physically at another location?
Yes.
All right. So your pit bull has puppies?
10.
10 pit bulls. You have 10 pit bulls?
12 in total.
12 pit bulls total. Jeez.
Tell me about it. In a one-bedroom apartment.
Why? Did you sell them?
Yes.
Did you get good money?
Decent.
All right. That's why. All right. So what was the arrangement that you had with her girlfriend regarding...
I actually had the arrangement with Damaris, not her girlfriend. The only reason why her girlfriend had the dog is because we both was in Dominican Republic for about 2 weeks.
And then, where did the dog end up?
Back to her house.
Oh, to Damaris'
Yes.
house. Oh, right next door.
Across the hall, yes.
Okay. So how long is the dog with you?
The dog has been with me probably about a year and a half, maybe a little more. Well, because the dog used to visit, because I have a Boston Terrier.
Okay.
So, and the Shih Tzu's small and my Boston Terrier is small. So what happened was I moved in November, right, of 2013. So we slowly after that, we became real good friends. Like one day he was like, oh, don't mind my dogs barking. And I was like, no problem. I got dogs too. We started talking. Turns out his birthday's a week before mine, like at the beginning of the week. Mine is at the end. We're both Virgos. We clicked. We started hanging out. We got a lot in common. Me and him, he started telling me how he had never been out the country. And I was like, well, I got to go see my dad in Dominican Republic, So I was like, why don't we go to Dominican Republic,
But
then,
what was the agreement that you had with him regarding this dog after the attack?
See, that's the thing. After the attack, to me, there was really no agreement because the dog just came back home with me. And that was it. Like, I took it as he just came back home with
there
me.
must have been some conversation.
The night of the attack, it was him and my girlfriend, Natasha, that were talking, and he asked me, he was like, when we were on our way to Dominican Republic, he did say, he was like, when we come back, are you going to be able to take care of Maxie, And I was like, of course, no problem. Like, it was, in my mind, Maxie was always coming back to me anyways because, he just got attacked by the pit bull in the house.
Well, but how can your mind be that someone's giving you a Shih Tzu without the person saying, I'm giving you a Shih Tzu? In your mind, she was taking care of the Shih Tzu.
Helping me out until I got rid of the
All right,
puppies.
and was that in your mind, or is that what you actually discussed?
That's actually what I told her.
So the idea was that she would take care of them until you got all of the puppies sold?
Yes.
And it ended up taking a year for you to get the puppies sold?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, because what happened was the puppies weren't even born yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, the puppies came in September. The attack happened in May.
The puppies actually was born July 11th.
When do you first say, hey, puppies are out, I want my dog back?
Around second, third week of January 2015.
So
it took me a long time to get rid of all the puppies.
But that's about 6 months, you're saying then, 7 months.
Yeah.
It's like 8.
Okay. So when you ask for the dog back, what did she say?
It was blatantly ignored. New conversation got started multiple times.
Why don't you just go grab the dog? It's your dog. I mean, when you're in her, I assume you're still friends and you were at her apartment and stuff like that, or had there been a falling out?
No, it wasn't a falling out yet. It wasn't a falling out until October.
What was the reason for the falling out?
I went to the house and picked up the Shih Tzu and brought it to my house.
And then what happened?
She came back, knocked on the door, asked Maxie, you want to go outside? And he left with her. And she...
It wasn't like that. It wasn't.
Yeah.
No, like prior to October, he would mention, he would be like, oh, we got to wean Maxie back into my house.
And what would you say when he would say that?
I wouldn't say anything.
After she takes a dog back, oh, come on, Shih Tzu. What's the Shih Tzu's name?
Maxie.
Maxie, follow me. Don't you, stop Maxie for, what is it? This is so awkward.
What it is Max loves females. So he got really attached to her and her girlfriend.
So you felt bad.
I completely felt bad. My dog didn't even like me. I would call him, he'll go to the cage, he wouldn't even come to me.
But you feel like she stole your property, because as much as we love our dogs, the dogs are still property.
Yes.
And you are suing for her to reimburse you $2,593.33 in vet bills.
Mm-hmm.
Are you referring to the attack?
Yes.
Why would she have to reimburse you for the vet bills for that attack?
Because I feel she manipulated the situation.
I'm looking at your texts, and here's the kind of thing I'm seeing. Here is Mr. Guzman. You know he has to start being over here more often. That's the only way he will get used to it. I know you and Natasha got attached, but you knew this day was bound to come. I know it's going to be hard to let go, but you're going to have to. Your answers, it's not even about the attachment. It's more about safety and quality of life. Max isn't safe with Dice. He wasn't a year and a half ago when Dice attacked him, and he's even less safe now. Mr. Guzman's response, that's a call for me to make as his rightful owner. I know what to look out for. I know what happened that day. It will never happen again, and I guarantee you can't keep my dog away from me because of it. That's the thing. After all this time, technically, you're not his owner, at least legally. Says who?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
No, that's just something you heard in a cartoon. That's not true. I don't know what that means. But, you know, that's his property. The ironic part is that you're not coming in here suing for Maxie back because I think you figured it out that maybe Maxie is better there.
I agree.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here in front of the TMZ Hollywood Tour Bus. Question is, guys, is this defendant allowed to dog nap, if you will, the Shih Tzu to protect the Shih Tzu from the pit bull?
No.
That was so considered. Why? Why, pray tell?
Because it's still dog napping. Well, I mean...
Yeah, but it's dog napping, but it's also to protect the dog, right? I mean, that if you believe her.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he could have notified the owner a little bit more, if possible. Give him some notification that he was taking the dog.
But they clearly had an impasse here. What do you say?
Technically, no, but I would have done it. I would have taken the dog.
Wow, what a militant there. Wow.
Protect the dog.
Okay, got your point. There are other options, but we'll talk about them. Going inside the courtroom.
So what he wants is for you to acknowledge that you stole his property and pay for it.
I didn't steal his property,
But you
Honor.
did, honey, you did.
Well, not intentionally.
Well,
I
you
wasn't
did.
trying to
It's
steal
so
his dog.
intentional. It's really intentional. And the minute when you decide, when you know you're supposed to give the dog back when he asks for it, and you decide that you're not gonna because you're a better home for the dog, you know, that's you taking someone's property because you think the property's better off with you. I don't care if it's like nice. I don't care if it's good to Maxie. This is not a child. We don't have custody issue here. We don't sit around asking Maxie, where are you happy with? We don't put Maxie in the middle. We don't put Maxie in the middle and say, come Maxie, and see who Maxie goes to. That's not how this is done. A dog is property. And you took his property and won't return it. And so now the man wants to be recompensed. His choice of amounts is kind of interesting. He wants you to pay the attack fee, basically the surgery, because in his mind, well, I paid it and I would have had a dog now, and now I don't. So what was the point of my paying it? I don't know what he's saying, because I know he wouldn't have he's too good a guy to let Maxie die. So he would have paid it anyway. Yeah, what were you going to say?
No, I said I agree with you. I used my my trip money, to pay for the dog. I went out to the Dominican Republic with $300 instead of $3,000.
Did she pay for stuff for you?
No.
Okay.
In Dominican
How'd you
Republic?
live in the Dominican Republic with $300?
Oh, everything was all inclusive.
Oh.
Yes, I was drunk. Completely.
You were drunk on the 300? Just the 300?
From the time I got off the plane, the time I got on the plane to the time we got off the plane.
When did you guys stop being friends? When this happened with the dog or before that?
October.
So it's really when this happened with the dog?
Yeah, that's what destroyed our friendship.
All right. And what's the $520 for grooming for 13 months?
Well, for the whole time that the dog was actually in her possession, I paid for that grooming fee.
Is that true?
The groomer came a few times, but it wasn't 13 times.
She came every month, once a month.
So, and that makes you think it's your dog when he's paying for the dog?
The dog has only been groomed like sporadically because the groomer is hard to get a hold of.
So do you have proof of what you paid?
No, because her cousin's the groomer.
Is that accurate? You have a hard time getting a hold of your cousin, honey?
Well, she's not. She's like, like the street cousin. Like we've been around each other. She's not my cousin. Yeah, we're like street cousins because, we're light-skinned and, we grew up together. So
that's it? You've got a belly button, I've got a belly button.
That's it. Like, we've been around each other to where we're like family.
Everybody, everybody just stop. Just stop. Ms. Damien, you can't steal the guy's property. He doesn't want, because of the unique situation that we're talking about, rather than order you to return the property, I am going to order you to compensate him. Not the amount of the surgery from the attack from his own pit bull, but I am going to order you to recompense him the $520 in grooming, plus another $800 for the cost of the dog, to the tune of $1,320 verdict for the plaintiff. It's not okay. You can't just keep the guy's dog and not have a consequence. Good luck.
All right, that was some case. What's your reaction to this outcome here? You'll be paying.
Well, you know what? As long as Max is good, that's all that matters. I would have bought the dog off of him. It wasn't a problem, but $3,000, that's a little steep for a 5-year-old Shih Tzu.
Okay. Yeah, you two have a funny attitude about the whole thing. It's like you're friends, you're kind of smiling, it's a little bit of a goof.
The thing is at the end of the day, we were really close friends, you know? And the thing is, you know, there's no hard feelings with me. At the end of the day, we're really good friends. The dog is safe. Max stays with me. It's all good. Like, I have no hard feelings. If he doesn't have any hard feelings, I don't
care more about the dog or about the people in this case?
I mean, I care about the friendship. Like, the whole time I kept telling him, like, you know, the worst part about this is that, you know, there's a strain. We're literally like 6 feet away from each other door-wise.
All right. All right, good luck with Max. All right, come on in here. And are you two still friends or what?
Semi. I mean, we're still neighbors.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about a friendship. I mean, I think it kind of got destroyed over this whole situation of a dog because it's more about trust. And, like, if I can't trust you with doing me a favor, then how can I trust you with anything else?
You are all dogged up. You are, like, living through your dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what happens when we ain't got no kids.
Yeah. What do you like better, dogs or people?
Dogs. They're more loyal.
Bobby?
Okay, Kurt, a couple of things. One, you can't sue to get property back generally in small claims court. Two, if you really have an issue like this, sir, what you can do is you call animal control, you file a complaint, and they'll come out and protect the dog. Do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Hi, this is Andy Katz, host of March Madness 365, presented by Grammarly. This week on the podcast, listen as we break down the latest AP poll and give you insights on my updated Power 36. Listen to March Madness 365 with Andy Katz, presented by Grammarly, wherever you get your podcasts. Grammarly is a secure AI writing partner that gives your team an instant first draft in a few clicks, not a few hours. Companies that use Grammarly save an average of 19 days per employee per year. Grammarly works seamlessly across 500,000 apps and websites. Get personalized, on-brand writing help everywhere your team works. Learn what better writing can do for your company at Grammarly.com. Grammarly. Easier said, done.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
This is the plaintiff, Anna Bidnaya. She says she and her mother bought furniture from the defendant's store, and the man ripped them off and sold them inferior merchandise. That's right, the bed they bought creaks and squeaks like it's 100 years old. The couch they bought broke after a month, and she wants a refund of $5,000 because the defendant knowingly sold her junk. This is the defendant, Alex Lasker. He says the only problem he was notified about by the plaintiff was the couch felt too soft when she sat on it. He offered her an exchange, and she came and picked up another set and was happy when she left. She never complained about the bed being too noisy, and he feels the plaintiff's trying to take advantage of him because he's an honorable businessman who sells quality furniture at a good price. He's accused of selling funky furniture.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff bought a bed from the defendant that creaks and squeaks, but the defendant says they kept changing what they complained about. It's the case of selling funky furniture.
Thank you,
You're welcome, ma'am.
Anna Bidnaya?
Yes.
You are suing Weekends Only Furniture Outlet, represented here by Alex Lasker. You are a part owner and manager for $5,000 for emotional distress and the return of money that you paid for some couches that you say have been a disaster. Tell me about it.
What happened was we were happy with all the purchases we've made. We decided to redecorate the apartment and renew all the furniture, starting from living room, bedroom, and dining room, which my mom had purchased all of the furniture previously several years ago, about 7 years ago.
From the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. She had just bought all that furniture 7 years earlier?
But maybe more.
Okay.
Probably 10. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, she can change it every year if she wants. It's her money. I was just curious. Like, I want to know when I'm supposed to change mine. All right, go ahead. So go ahead.
We were happy with the furniture, the way it looks. It was gorgeous. But there was a small problem with the bedroom, my bed, personally. The leg fell off the first week. We asked for a technician to come in and look at the problem.
Okay, so they end up fixing that, all right? And that's not the subject of your lawsuit. During that time,
I was happy once they...
Stop talking and listen. During that time, the sofas are fine, right? And
No. The sofas also were...
At the same time as the bed?
No. First sofa, we bought an L sofa. There was nothing wrong with it at first, but when my mom started sitting down, we would sit down on one side of the L. We sit on one side of the pillow, and the other pillow comes up, like all the way up, and it would disattach.
I'm sorry, what's the other pillow? Are you referring to cushions?
The cushions.
Okay, and when you sit on one side, the other side pops up?
Yep.
Okay, was that happening at the same time as the bed?
Yes.
So did she complain to you about the bed and the couch at the same time?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yes.
Okay.
In the same time.
When she complained about the couch, what was the resolution that you provided to her? Because people have bought a lot of furniture from you, right?
We exchanged the couch. Considering that they purchased a lot of furniture, we said, you know what, it's almost 3 months later, but let's do something for you.
Don't you have a warranty? A year. All right, so you have a 1-year warranty?
Yes.
So you end up providing the other, the sofa and love seat, and what happens?
Complaint came about the bed.
Forget the bed. I'm talking now about the new couches that you delivered to replace the old couch that she complained about. Because she's suing about the new couches. So when was the first time you received a complaint about the new couches?
February 27, 2015.
Okay, and when had you delivered them?
Okay, we delivered them on March 2014.
Seriously?
Yes.
Did they deliver the new couches in March 2014?
March 28, 2014, that's where it was
I'm
delivered.
asking you, is that the date they delivered them? When was the first time, look at me.
Yes.
When was the first time you complained to them, hey, there's a problem with these couches?
A month after we received them.
Okay, do you have any record of having complained, like sending any letters, sending any emails, sending any texts?
Yeah, but the proof is that the technician came to look at the problem of the couches.
When did the technicians go look at the last couches?
January 6, 2015. Job was completed on February.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What was her complaint that you were sending somebody out there to address?
Broken legs.
On the sofas?
On the sofa.
Okay, does anybody have pictures of broken legs on the sofa? May I see them? Mm-hmm. And what did your technician report?
We need the new legs.
Okay, and did you get them?
Yes.
And did you install them?
Yes.
And then did she complain to you after that?
No.
All right, but then you got sued?
Yes.
Okay. So
recently, we just sued them.
Did they replace the new legs? They put new legs?
Yes, they did once, but then the same couch on another side broke. It was the back legs. They fixed the back legs. This time, the front of the couch.
Did you ever tell him that the front of the couch broke?
Yes, we did, and he sent the technician second time. And the technician came second time. He said, "I'm sorry, but we can't do nothing more with this couch because it's not going to be fixed."
Do you have any proof that a technician came the second time and said we can't do anything else with this couch because what?
Because it was not fixable anymore. The whole platform broke.
Okay.
The internally.
Did you send a technician out there twice?
Not in my records, no.
Do you have proof of the second visit by the technician? Because he's saying that never happened, that you're making it up. Is that the second one?
Yeah, this is
okay,
two
great.
times
Hand those two papers. Don't say another word.
2 times.
Hand the 2 papers to my bailiff. Can you hand it to my bailiff?
$70.
Can I have that piece of paper?
In a minute, I'm just going to hand him my robe so he can decide the case.
I like it.
I've always wanted to see you in a dress.
Okay, if the couch breaks twice and the tech has come out twice and then the leg breaks, can you get your money back?
Oh, yes, you should get your money back.
How many times before you get your money back?
At least 2.
So you have to have it.
The first time you should get your money back.
The first time?
Well, yeah.
What if they come out and they want to just fix it?
You're paying a lot of money for a sofa. If it breaks,
you are one unreasonable consumer, ma'am. Going inside the courtroom.
This is a piece of. Do you read stuff before you hand it to me? This is for the bed. Lady, just hand my bailiff every paper you have there.
Sorry. Would you like to see the pictures?
Nope. Yeah, you know what? Yes, because it's going to take you that long to get the pictures up, so yes. According to you and your response, I guess it was to the Better Business Bureau, you tell them, when she filed a complaint, you tell them that it was a floor sample item and that it doesn't have a 1-year warranty. Did she know that she was buying a floor sample?
No.
Let's assume she doesn't know she was buying a floor sample because I do not have a proof of that to her.
Then why did you say that?
Okay. I still service the item like it was purchased new within a year, knowing that she's claiming that she did not know she's purchasing a floor sample. We still service the item, even if it was floor sample.
Why?
Customer disagreed to cover the price for the part and price for the service. Well, what you're saying to the Better Business Bureau is that you won't service it unless they pay you.
After a year, yes.
Right, but...
Which is service charges was really reasonable, $70 to $80.
So now, what I need is proof from you about the second call for service and the second service at your home where the guy says this can't be fixed. Now, does he say this can't be fixed or this can be fixed, but you got to pay me $150? What does he say?
I don't believe that I signed any paper. There was no paper signature.
Did he leave you a paper?
No.
Do you have any record of having that second visit? Because he's saying you're making it up.
Yes, I do.
May I see it?
Sorry, I don't have it on the paper.
Even the manufacturer sends a letter saying that it appears that this was a floor sample. On that reason alone, why wouldn't you have to return her money? If the lady doesn't know she's buying a floor sample and there's something wrong with it, show me the pictures. What is that?
The leg is missing in the front and they fixed it in the back. I would like to say that.
Is this, I don't get this at all, so I'm going to come to you, because right here, what is the leg that's missing? Because maybe...
Here. See, this leg...
But that doesn't even seem like a leg. It's like a thing that goes sideways like that. Is that a leg?
Yeah.
Is that how it looks?
Look, see the couch is higher on this side?
Yeah, but here's my question to you. That's a leg?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's no leg on this side.
Yeah, and it's kind of like tilted forward and sideways.
All right. What you're suing for $3,760 in emotional distress over a couch.
I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage.
Over the couch?
No, not over a couch, but I did fall almost on my glass coffee table when the love seat broke in the front. I did almost fall over when I was eating sitting down on the love seat. I almost fell forward when it broke. And my mom's, she asked to replace them. She said, fine. And then they said no.
Did anybody ever tell you, look, we just want to return these couches because they're just a chronic problem and the leg broke?
Yes, we did.
No. She was just not happy with this, as you see.
Well, I hear you, but if you sell a person a floor sample and they don't know it and the thing breaks, you got to return the person's money. So what I'm going to do is order you to return $1,238, which is what was paid for the couch, and that's your couch if you guys want to come pick it up, and that's not your couch if you want your money back. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, the furniture guy comes out on the losing end of this case. She didn't collect everything she sued for, but you certainly came out the loser here.
You know what? Winner, because it's a complicated client that we were trying to accommodate in a different ways, and we end up being in a court, and that decision proves it that
That you're a loser,
not the loser. Not the loser.
How do you figure you're a winner here?
I've been sued for $5,000, then we claimed for $3,000. At the end, we just found the amount that is right for both of us.
What'd you sell her a floor model for, without telling her?
When there's a floor model, there's always huge signs there. There are floor models, and you purchase it. I just did not have a proof on my hands.
Big winner here. Take the big winner around the corner there. All right, so step on in here a little closer, maybe. Yeah, what's your feeling on the outcome here? I'm very happy that justice was served. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? I don't know. Are you impossible? He says you're impossible to please. No, we can understand. That's not true because we are we were customers before, and we were happy with the first purchases. And but how emotionally distressing is the couch? A couch? Just a couch. Emotional distress because I had to stress over during my I had just got pregnant and I had to stress over the situation and go to the store. You okay now? Myself. You okay now? Yeah, it's been a couple of months since I've had miscarriage. That's my emotional distress. Okay. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, there is something called a warranty of merchantability, which is implied in every contract that you make when you buy something from a store. And that means that whatever you buy is fit for ordinary purposes. A sofa is fit to sit on and not break, and if it doesn't, they violate the warranty. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Jinx, the superfood-powered dog kibble everyone's been talking about. See the results for yourself and try their 1-month transformation. Within the first few weeks, you'll see how Jinx can help with your dog's energy, mood, and even digestion. And it's all thanks to the high-quality ingredients they use, like organic chicken, Atlantic salmon, and grass-fed beef. Try the 1-month transformation today. Find Jinx in your local Walmart.
This is the plaintiff, Richard Essie. He says he hired the defendant to remove snow from his roof after a big storm, and the guy royally ripped him off. When he called to complain, the defendant told him he'd refund half of his money, but never did, so here they are. He's suing for $250, the amount of the promised refund. This is the defendant, Sal. He says the plaintiff agreed on the $500 price before the job. He had his men do the work, and the plaintiff wrote him a check. After the job was over, the plaintiff calls complaining he was overcharged. He could have found another crew to do the work if he so chose, but didn't, so he deserves what he got paid. He's accused of a real snow job.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to remove snow from his roof and says he got ripped off. But the defendant says he did the job and they agreed on the price. It's the case of don't blow snow up my you-know-what.
Thank you, Douglas. Richard Essie?
Yes.
You are suing Sal's company. You've asked us not to mention the company or your last name. For $250 that you want refunded to you for a $500 snow removal job that you feel was not worth the $500. Tell me what happened.
Okay. Before I begin, I'd like to go back to 2013 when we hired the defendant.
2013, you've worked with them before in 2013.
That's what I'm getting to, yes.
Okay.
Yes, $4,000 for a partial roofing job.
Had you ever hired him for snow removal?
No, that came in February when we had a severe snowstorm. And I was aware that he was doing snow removal.
Okay.
I called him up. He said he would send out a couple of guys, which he did.
All right. What did he tell you he would charge you?
Between $200 and $500.
Did you agree to that?
I said maybe. Depends
no
on the
one
work.
comes out when you say maybe.
I would be willing to pay it if it was done properly.
Did you shop around?
No, not when the snowstorm was as severe as it was and the temperature was. The roof had a couple of feet of snow on it. It was of the utmost urgency that we have it done immediately.
Okay, so it was very important to say yes to between $200 and $500 when the bill came to $500, then all of a sudden it's no? I mean, according to you, it's a little different. He calls you and then he shops around, then he comes back to you.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I'm familiar with Richard because we had done business in the past. All I do all day is during those heavy snow loads is answer the phone. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I'm familiar how it works. I can't.
Yeah, I know. We're familiar how it works too. We call you and you gouge us.
Well, no, not
supply and demand. land, man. This is,
I understand, Your Honor.
You
but
know, if you can't get somebody out there, then getting somebody out there is worth more.
Absolutely, but I'm also aware of what I could charge, which is a lot more than I do. I'm not comfortable with that. I also tell people on the phone what our minimums would be. I let Richard know. Richard said...
What had you told him?
Between $500 and $800, not between...
Did you ever say between $200 and $500?
I don't remember saying that because...
Were you there when they removed the snow?
I was inside. My witness, Stephen, was outside with the man who worked only 35 minutes. One man, the other man stayed in the truck because he was too cold.
Okay. Which man is this here? Is he either of those men?
Yes, this is Sean. This is the...
Come on up, please. Are you the person who did the snow removal or the person who was cozy in the car?
No, I was.
Was there a guy cozy in the car?
He may have been for a little bit. You know, we had been doing snow removal for probably 3 weeks. I mean, we were at 100 houses probably in those 3 weeks. You know, it's 18 degrees outside. If his hands were cold or, I can't remember the exact thing.
Do you remember doing it alone or no? Do you remember his roof or not?
I did not do it alone. I know that for a fact. I know Joe was out there, and they were both outside at the time.
I was not outside.
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But they were both outside. But
I think what's really bothering him is that it was done so quickly, that it was done in 35 minutes.
I believe we were there a little
Did your roof get smaller? No. Did the snow change? No. So what is bothering you? If it's within the range, even according to your testimony, what difference does it make if it is done in 35 minutes, 5 minutes, or 30 hours?
My witness has evidence that all the snow was not removed. He has pictures.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, human nature question. Do you think that people will charge more if it's a natural disaster and that they're going to take advantage of desperate people?
I mean, I would like to say no, but I mean, frankly, with people and them wanting to
I'm guessing the answer is yes. Okay, I got the wind up here. What do you think?
I don't like to make generalizations, but unfortunately, people will take advantage of those who don't have an option.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
we don't remove all the snow from the roof on any of the roofs that we did. Mainly the calls that were coming in were because people had leaks. So we were going in and trying to take care of the areas where the leaks were. So the
He didn't call you for a leak. He called you for snow removal.
Well, they're usually associated.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with then? Why would you leave snow on the roof?
Well, no.
Am I going to see snow on the roof? Because you guys are.
There's ice.
Why am I going to see snow?
Because there's ice damming.
There's the reason for the calls is because of the ice damming. Underneath the snow, there's ice dams. We need to remove the snow above the ice, break the ice up to allow water to flow off the roof. Okay. We're not there to clean the roof off with a broom. We are simply there to alleviate the areas of concern, whether they're leaking currently or they're afraid they're going to.
He didn't call you for that, though. What did he call you for?
They did.
What did he call you for?
For what we did.
No, what did he call you for? He called you and said, I need you to remove the snow from my roof.
Your Honor, Richard called me, said he thought it was too much money.
After or before?
Before. He called me back and made me aware.
Where's the picture with the snow?
He made me aware.
Hold on, don't even bother. Where's the picture with the snow? I thought I was going to see snow pictures.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. We didn't take pictures last February 24th when the job was allegedly done. So you don't have pictures
with the snow. You said to me I'd see pictures with snow. Now, why do you leave any snow? Because you readily admitted that you leave snow. So I'm trying to figure out why you would leave any.
Typically, the ice dam that we're trying to resolve are the bottom 2 to 3 feet. All we're trying to expose is the overhangs, the edges. So we clear off the snow, typically 3 to 4 feet from the gutter, sometimes more, depending on the area. We chisel the ice in order to let the water flow off. Nowhere in Richard's complaint has there ever said that we didn't do what he hired us to do. He just feels that he overpaid. But Your Honor,
he says you agreed to give him back $250.
No, what I agreed when he called me back, I voiced my concern saying...
What did he say when he called you?
That he felt that he overpaid.
Based on what? How long it took and what guy was warming his hands?
How long it took.
That's it.
I explained to him.
That's it. That is it. You just admitted that's it.
I voiced my concern to him that we had told him how much it was going to be prior. He let me know what my competition was charging. That's why he called me back.
What did he tell you?
He said $1,500. He had, which is the was the
Did
going.
you tell him that competition was charging $1,500?
Probably.
And you did hang up and shop around and decide that $500 was a good price.
Your Honor, when he called me back, if I may, and he asked for money, he told me to think about it because it would be goodwill because he had the remainder of his roof to do. And I hung up the phone. No sooner did I hang up the phone, my next call was to Sean. Sean, how much did you quote him and how much did you charge him?
Oh, because you quote once you see it?
Yeah.
No,
he didn't.
He did not.
Well,
do
what did you
that.
think it was going to do? Then shame on you. You have somebody complete the work, and you do, I don't care how high you raise your hand. You have somebody complete the work, and you don't know what it's going to be, but now you don't like what it is.
Your Honor.
That type of labor is difficult to prejudge. How much?
Your
really?
Honor.
Yeah.
May I please say something?
Yes.
I walked around with the worker.
Do you live there too?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. He did not do ice smashing. He did not touch any ice. He never
says he did. Do you have a picture of that proves he didn't, or the bill from somebody else you hired afterwards to do the job right?
I walked around.
It wasn't necessary to hire somebody else to do the job
There
right.
was not. It was not.
There was no ice removal.
He promised you he'd return $250?
Yeah, he said, I'll send you a check tomorrow, and he didn't. May I just say
promised you that.
I would have no problem paying $500.
He promised you that?
Yes, he did.
Okay, you filed a complaint against him on the internet, and you said he promised you he'd pay you $150.
$150? Well, it's gone up.
Well, it's gone up. Now, it's down to zero. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
Okay. There we go. Well, it's gone up. Wrong answer. Step in here. What's your thought coming out now with this?
I would be more than happy to pay $500 if I had 2 men work 1 hour on that roof. That's not the issue. There was 35 minutes of work, 1 person only.
And I watched it.
So I was wronged in there.
So maybe you should go into that business if it's so lucrative.
I'm too old. I'm too retired.
We did buy a roof rig so we wouldn't get roofed again by him.
Roofed, yes, gouged.
Like that.
Yeah, but you were playing fast and loose with the facts in there and with your testimony and the numbers and.
Oh, I had a perfect spiel already, and she didn't let me finish.
250 to 150.
I don't remember 150, but it wasn't even worth 350, sir.
Okay. All right, right down this way.
Okay.
All right. You gotta step on in here. With the exception of having trouble getting paid, sounds like a pretty good business you guys are in.
It's a tough business. You can't. There's risk involved.
It's not as easy as just make $500 in 30 minutes, right?
No, absolutely not. There's a lot of work. We were doing it as a favor to him because he was a pre-existing customer.
These people are in emergency states.
Typically, yes, and they're calling around, and they're not so much concerned with the cost as who can get there the quickest.
When the weather gets warm, all of a sudden you're charging too much, huh?
Well, apparently.
All right, Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, just because the job is easier than you thought when you agreed to the amount, it doesn't mean you can reduce it. You are stuck.
Hi, this is Andy Katz, host of March Madness 365, presented by Grammarly. This week on the podcast, listen as we break down the latest AP poll and give you insights on my updated Power 36. Listen to March Madness 365 with Andy Katz, presented by Grammarly, wherever you get your podcasts. Grammarly is a secure AI writing partner that gives your team an instant first draft in a few clicks, not a few hours. Companies that use Grammarly save an average of 19 days per employee per year. Grammarly works seamlessly across 500,000 apps and websites. Get personalized, on-brand writing help everywhere your team works. Learn what better writing can do for your company at Grammarly.com. Grammarly. Easier said, done.